Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your What's Cracking reading for Sunday the 23rd of September. As you notice, I am getting much better with my dates. I do have them written on the blackboard in front of me though, so I'm a bit cheating a bit with that. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I'm still absolutely thrilled. Thank you for your lovely comments. I was a bit concerned about opening up things to comments because I hear readers talk about some of the negative stuff that happens, and I'm a huge empath, so I try not to take things personally, but unfortunately that's the way life is. So thank you. Your comments have been lovely and positive, and I've really enjoyed reading them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. Cards today will be the Giro Marchetti cards, the Gilded Tarot, which, as many of you know by now, are one of my favourite decks. Although I must say I'm probably getting a little bit like I need to have a bit of a change. So I might shuffle it up this week and put a couple of different decks out. Being a reader, I'm not short of a few tarot decks, that's for sure. Okay, ready to do your reading. Alrighty, so for today we have the Five of Wands as the energy of today. Now the Five of Wands talks about some sort of bickering or, you know, not being on the same page as someone. It can also be about you just bickering with yourself in your head. And I'm sure many people can relate to this, that whole, you know, should I, shouldn't I, will I, won't I, that sort of bickering, trying to sort of, what do they call it, post-mortem things that have happened, that type of energy. But whatever it is, it's definitely influencing you today. So it could be that you're a little bit in your head today, or it could be that you're having a little bit of a bicker or an argument with someone else. But we'll see if the cards will let us know. Okay, so first card out is the Six of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so the Six of Cups often means we're travelling back to the past. It's a feeling of nostalgia, reminiscing. It can be thinking about somebody from your past or something from your past. It can also be about thinking about childhood and at times when things were, you know, very childlike. In my experience, it often talks about the inner child. So with that Five of Wands up front, it could be that someone's done or said something that sort of hit your inner child a little bit and put you in this sort of energy. At the moment, it feels like a lot of people doing inner child work from trauma and other things that have affected them in their past. So it could be something to do with that for some of you, but we'll find out as we're going. Okay, next card out is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles represents generally a Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus, so it's an earth sign, and it could be that you're dealing with somebody from one of these signs today. I feel like for some of you it may be a brother, father, or a relative of some kind rather than a love interest. This whole thing has a very family feel to it, so it could be that you've had some sort of altercation with someone from your family. Or you're fighting or arguing with someone who's close to you in your family. Very, very much feels like that to me. This person could be one of those signs, but then again, you know, they might just be a very earthy energy, down to earth, you know, very together sort of person. So it could be that you've got issues or problems with that. Okay, the next card out is the Two of Pentacles. So it feels to me like a decision has to be made here. It could be that you've had a fight or an argument with someone in your family and you're choosing whether to continue, you know, being, how would you say, continue your, you know, being, I was going to say you can't continue being their brother or sister. That sounds silly, Yvonne. Whether you can continue in your family or not. I feel like there's some feeling of toxicity here, like you have to perhaps cut out a family member. And this isn't a sword, but this is the decision you're making about that. And we know with the Two Pentacles, this could be about money too. So perhaps someone from your family has borrowed money, perhaps you've borrowed money from them, but this may be because they haven't paid you back. But definitely that's the sort of feeling it's got. Okay, and the next card out is we have the Nine of Pentacles. So there's this feeling here of somebody being quite jealous of your independence and your, you're standing in this power, you know, you're in this incredible place of power, and I feel like people are jealous of this. I'm not sure again why I'm getting jealousy and cutting out, because neither of those cards are here, but it's the energy that the cards that are here are giving out. So it almost feels like you've argued over something with somebody. Maybe you've been the one to loan someone money and they're not paying it back, and it's creating fights and arguments in your family. But certainly a feeling of that happening. Okay, and here's the Ace of Pentacles. We definitely have a new start with money here. It's a new start with stability too. So it could be that if you're cutting someone out, that this is your new start without that person in your life, because we talk about stability with this card and a new start. So it could be you're starting anew now. You've sort of, made your mind up with this Two of Pentacles whether to keep this person close or not. And I feel you've made your mind up to move forward and not. The decision has been no here, because I think you quite like being in this very independent state. So a bit of a sad reading for some of you, I think. Okay, the next card out is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands, this one feels like energy. It doesn't feel like a Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. It could. But this feels like you just rushing out now. It's almost like you're just leaving everything behind and taking your wand and starting anew with your Ace of Pentacles. I really feel like this is like a fresh new start for you. So whether this is a romantic person, whether it's someone in your family, it doesn't feel like a work situation. However, it could be. It could be that your work's ripped you off for money and you've had to move on. But with this Six of Cups, Five of Wands energy, it has very, very much a feeling of family and jealousy within the family. So I feel like here you're just moving out, you're going. Moving out of the house, moving into a different state. You're just cutting what you have here and moving forward. Okay, the next card is Six of Pentacles. Yeah, very, very much so. Okay, so you're looking for balance here. I dare say this has been some sort of dispute that's been going on for a while in order for you to make this decision and move forward. I feel like it's affected you quite badly. But it feels like whether this is relationship or family relationship, you have put up with this for a long time, because now you're making the decision to move on and balance out your own life. I feel like there's a lot of jealousy and envy here around you, and it's almost like your family are making you pay for that. This is you cutting things out now. It had to happen. I feel like at the moment you may have made the decision to cut them out, but you may be not going full force with this yet. I think you've decided to just turn your back on things at the moment, rather than, and just leave the picture rather than fully cutting everything out. I think your intention is to cut it out if it gets much worse, but it's almost like at the moment you're just sort of pausing on this to see where it goes. Because it feels to me like it's not the end of it. It feels to me like you've really put up with a huge amount and you're ready to say goodbye and cut everybody out. Okay, and then we have the Four of Cups. So yeah, this is you just sitting back and going, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't care what you've got to offer me. I don't care how much you say you love me and care about me. I've got enough here. I've got enough love in my own heart that I don't have to put up with your crap in order to take this additional cup. So you're definitely saying no to whatever's being offered back. So it could be that people are apologising now the damage is done, but at this stage, you're ready to jump on your horse and go. Okay, and the last card is the Chariot. Yeah, you're out of there in a big hurry. You've taken your power back, you're moving forward. You don't want to be a part of this anymore. This is so toxic and so negative. It's almost like people have been really abusing you because you've been so much in your own independence, and everybody wants a bit of you, but the price to pay for it is just this awful energy around you. So I don't know, that was very specific reading today for someone, but definitely a feeling that there's a lot of toxicity in this family, that there's a lot of issues and problems, and people are viewing you because you're doing so well. People are jealous and spiteful towards you. I mean, again, it could be a relationship, but it has very, very much a feel of a family thing, like family of origin, like rather than your husband and family. You're leaving something behind. You just don't want to deal with it anymore. All right, very clear-cut reading today, guys. Good story. Not such a good story, but reads very well. Okay, and the card you get out is patience. And the patient cards talks about slowing down, changing your attitude and clear your mind. So it could be at the moment you're feeling quite guilty about having to do this. You know, often when you come from toxic situations, you get a bit immersed in your, you know, feelings around shame and guilt. But I think you have to take your emotion out and have a look at the situation for what it really is. Because I feel that whatever you're walking away from here, you have very little choice to do it any differently. Thanks, guys.